Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Legal Updates. Today's topic is inherent powers enjoyed by the civil court in India. The Code of Civil Procedure acknowledges the power along with limitation on the court, but there are some power which are vested in the court but not prescribed in the code, and those are inherent powers. The word inherent is very wide in itself, but in this context, inherent powers are such a power which are inalienable from court and may be exercised by a court to do full and complete justice between the parties before it. Let's now look into the sections of the Civil Procedure Code deals in the inherent powers of court. First and foremost, section 148 states that in lots of time, when any period is fixed or granted by the court for doing of any act prescribed or allowed by this code, the court may, in its discretion, from time to time, enlarge such period. Second, section 149 says that power to make up to deficiency of court fees where the whole or any part of any fees prescribed for any document by the law for the time being in force relating to court fees has been paid. The court may, in its discretion, at any stage allow the person by whom such a fees is payable to pay the whole or part, as the case may be, of such court fees, and upon such a payment the document is a respect of which such a fees is payable shall have the same force and effect as if such a fees has been paid in the first. Third one, section 150, that transfer of business. Savers otherwise prove when the business of any court is transferred to any other court, the court to which the business is so transferred shall have the same power and shall perform the same duty as those respectively conferred and imposed of the court to make such orders as may be necessity for that end of the justice or to prevent abuse of the process of the. Fourth one, section 151 states that the savings of inherent powers of the court, nothing in the court shall be deemed to limit or otherwise affect the inherent powers to court to make such a order as may be necessary for the ends of the justice or prevent abuse of the process of the court. And fifth one, section 152 states that the amendment of justice, degree, or order or errors arise therein from any accidental slips or omission may at any time be corrected by the court either of its own motion or on the application of any of the parties. In sixth one, section 153 states that granting power to amend, the court may be any time and on such a term as to cost or otherwise as it may think fit amend any defect or error in the proceedings in a suit, and all necessary amendments shall be made of the process of determining necessity amendments shall be made of the purpose of determining necessity amendments shall be made of the purpose of determining the real question or issue arise by or depending on the such proceedings. And the last but not the least, section 153A states that the power to amend, degree or order which appeals in summarizingly dismissed when an appellate court dismiss an appeal under Rule 11 of Order 41, the power of the court to amend under Section 152, the degree or order appellate again may be exercised by the court which had passed an order or degree in the effect of the confirmation of the degree or order, as the case may be, passed by the court of first instance. In the nutshell of the concept says that in the absence of any special circumstance which amount to abuse of the process of the court, it cannot grant a relief in exercise of its inherent powers when the justice can be served by the other remedy is available to the party concerned provided by the court. No power over the substantial rights. The inherent power saved by section 151 of the code, it's not over the substantial right which any litigation possesses. Specific power have to be confirmed on the court for pass such orders. The same thing confirmed in the case of Ramchand and Son Sugar Mills versus Kanhaiya Lal. The Supreme Court held that the court would not exercise its inherent powers under Section 151 CPC if it's done in inconsistency with the power expressly or impliedly conferred by the other provisions of the code. It had opinion that the court has an undoubtable power to make an suitable order to prevent the absence of the process of the court. And in the apex court in MS Jaipur Minerals Development versus the Commissioner of IT has mentioned the court has power under section 151 in absence of any express or implied prohibitions to pass an order as may be necessary for the end or justice or to prevent the absence of process of the court. Thank you so much. Better understanding. Don't forget to follow legal updates. Bye bye.